Italian summer looks effortless in the photographs. In real life, it is 35 degrees, stone steps, a dress that gave up by noon. The women who still look elegant are not younger or luckier than you. Nothing about your body is the problem. They just follow rules no one ever handed you. I found them in one woman. She is 55 and she is Italian. 6 rules. Here is the first. Let's start with the one she never breaks. I call it the anchor neutral. Look at what she does with a loud piece. A bold print, a busy pattern, a color that could take over a room. She never lets it float free. She anchors it under one calm, tailored neutral. A bold printed trouser, and above it, one plain solid shirt. A busy print skirt, and above it, a plain solid top. The reason this works has nothing to do with taste and everything to do with the eye. Past 50, a face and a loud print are competing for the same attention. Give the eye one quiet place to rest, and suddenly the print reads as a choice. Take that quiet place away, and the very same print reads as noise. So here is the rule. Exactly one loud element anchored by exactly one neutral. Never 2 loud pieces fighting for the front. Picture the version she wears in real heat. The loud piece here is the trousers, a wide printed trouser. Rust and cream and pattern from the waist to the ankle. On top she does the opposite of loud. A plain blue shirt, one flat color, nothing competing. That shirt is the anchor. It gives the eye somewhere calm to rest. So the trousers get to be the star. A straw bag, flat leather sandals, one gold cuff. The print does all the talking. Everything else stays politely quiet. That is the whole trick. And notice, the loud piece was never the mistake. If your favorite printed dress has been feeling like too much lately, it isn't too much. It has just been missing its anchor. Now, before rule 2, let me introduce her properly. Her name is Simona Bertolotto, an Italian photographer and content creator from Turin in the north of Italy, followed by 1 million people online as Sisiotto style. For years she stood behind the camera, until, in her 40s, she stepped in front of it. She was a photographer first. Her work hung in galleries, and Vogue Italia's own platform chose her images again and again. But she grew tired of chasing the perfect picture of other people, so she turned the lens around. At first she posted only headless women, cropped at the neck so that you would look at the clothes and nothing else. And then, slowly, she let herself into the frame. A woman in her 40s starting over in public on purpose. She has said her whole approach is mix and match, held together by what she calls chromatic harmony. Here is the thing most people miss about her. She is a chameleon, and I mean that as the highest compliment. One day she is quiet, classic, elegant, the kind of understated that only whispers. The next day she is bright, fresh, unmistakably feminine. And in both, she never once looks like a woman trying to stand out. She stands out through her personality, never through how much she piled on, because that is the secret hiding under all 6 rules. She is not grabbing every shiny thing off the fast fashion rack and stacking it and hoping. Look closer at any outfit and you see it. Every color, every piece, every detail has a reason. It is chosen with purpose, and it is chosen with taste, not more, on purpose. 1 million people follow her for exactly this. And by the end of this video, you will see precisely how she does it. She has a phrase she says in Italian every time she shoots. Buona la prima. First time good. No filters, no retouching, no chasing perfect. And one more line she repeats like a compass. Never too late, never too old. Keep that in your ear, because every rule after this is really that line turned into an outfit. Rule 2. The siren note. Watch what she does with color. She does not wear a rainbow. She chooses one saturated color. A true red, a real cobalt, a hot pink. And she lets everything else go quiet around it. Cream trousers, a white tee, and one saturated red top walking toward you. That single note does all the work. Here is why it lands. A saturated color reads as confidence, but only when it stands alone. Two bold colors, and each one cancels the other, and the woman disappears between them. One bold color, and the eye knows exactly where to look at her. So exactly one saturated color per outfit. Everything else neutral, or she flips it. The color moves to the bottom. One pair of blazing orange trousers and a soft pale shirt above. Everything above stays quiet, so the orange does all the talking. Just calm and that single burst of orange. You will not remember the shirt. You will remember her. And you were right to buy that bright piece you were once told was too much for your age. It was never too much. It was just never given a quiet room to shine in. I want to give you the full version of these rules in one place before we go further. The first link is pinned right below this video. Rule 3. The declared waist. This is the one that separates elegant volume from I gave up today. She loves a wide leg, a palazzo trouser, a full midi skirt, a dress with real movement, but look closely. The waist is always declared. A belt, a tuck, a tailored top that stops exactly at the narrowest point. The volume is never allowed to swallow her. The mechanism is simple. Fabric with no defined waist reads to the eye as hiding. The same fabric with the waist marked reads as chosen. One is a woman avoiding her shape, the other is a woman commanding it. So exactly 1 point of definition on every loose silhouette. If the trouser is wide, the top is close or the waist is belted. Always. Here is the summer version. A loose olive shirt dress, the kind that could hide her completely, except it never gets the chance. One slim belt cinched at the exact narrowest point of her. The dress still moves, the waist still speaks, loose where it flatters, defined where it counts. And here is the part you already knew in your body, every time you have reached for a belt over a loose dress and felt instantly more put together. That was not vanity. That was this rule. You have been right all along. Rule 4, and this is her signature. The one wild card rule. Here is her formula, and it never changes. The oversized black glasses, one thick gold cuff, and then exactly one wild card. A strand of fabric flowers at the neckline, a silk scarf knotted at the throat, or long strands of colored beads. 1, never 5. And crucially, while the wild card sings, everything else stays quiet. Simple lines, no hardware, no shouting. She said it herself. Even a statement piece should have clean, rigorous lines. Never flashy details. The reason is proportion. An interesting woman is not a woman wearing 5 interesting things. She is a woman wearing 1. With the confidence to leave the rest calm. 5 points of interest and the eye exhausts itself and remembers nothing. 1 point of interest and it becomes the thing people describe when they talk about you later. So exactly 1 wild card accessory. Everything else stays calm, always. Watch how she builds it. The base is quiet. A white broderie shirt and matching trouser. Nothing competing. The one gold cuff. and then one thing that sings, long strands of beads lifted over her head and settled at the neckline. Not the beads and the scarf and the brooch and the bold shoe, the beads alone, everything else stays plain. And that single string of beads is the thing a stranger will remember about her all day. And that drawer of scarves and brooches you felt guilty about, you do not need to wear them all, you need to wear one at a time for years. Rule 5. The skimming line. Look at nearly every pair of trousers she wears in summer. The shape changes, the principle does not. Cream and wide, gray and softly curved, olive and tapered at the ankle. But the fabric always does the same thing. It skims the body. It never grips it. That small amount of space is what makes her trousers look relaxed without ever looking careless, because in summer, tight fabric records everything. Every crease, every step, every place where the body is trying to breathe. A skimming trouser does the opposite. It falls cleanly from the widest point of the body and creates one uninterrupted line beneath it. The body is still there. It simply stops being outlined by every inch of cloth. So, exactly enough room for the trouser to fall away from the hip and thigh. Not oversized everywhere. Not stretched tightly across the leg. Space where the body moves. Structure where the outfit needs it. Watch what happens with the cream trousers and the charcoal blazer. The shoulders are precise. The trousers are soft, sharp above, fluid below. That contrast is what makes the outfit feel modern rather than corporate. Rule 6. The tonal column. When the heat is at its worst, this is her escape hatch. Head to toe, one color family. All cream, all white, all soft pink. Top, bottom, sometimes shoe, one continuous line of a single shade. It is the least effort in her entire wardrobe, and it reads as the most expensive. The reason is pure optics. An unbroken column of one color makes the whole body read as longer and calmer. No horizontal break, no busy middle. Just one clean line from shoulder to floor. It is elegance you can assemble half asleep on the hottest morning of the year. So exactly one color family top to bottom, when you want maximum polish for minimum thought. On the hottest morning of the year, this is what she reaches for. A cream linen shirt, cream white trousers, a cream flat sandal, one shade shoulder to floor unbroken. The only contrast in the whole outfit is the gold cuff and the black glasses. It takes 90 seconds to put on, and it is the most polished thing she owns. And if you have ever felt boring in an all one color outfit, you were not boring. You were doing the single most expensive looking thing in fashion. So those are her 6. The anchor neutral, the siren note, the declared waist, the one wildcard rule, the skimming line, the tonal column. 6 rules, one Italian woman, 55 years old, and not one of them costs a thing to start using tomorrow. Here is what I want you to notice. Her wildcard changes with every season. The flower in spring, the beads in summer, the scarf in autumn. The rules stay the same, only that one note moves. That is exactly why women like her never look dated and never look like they are trying. She never looks like she is trying. Because she never is. She is only ever choosing, on purpose. But she also knows something equally important. A rule should help you dress. It should never turn dressing into homework. She understands the rules well enough to break one deliberately. Not 5 at once, not because the outfit got away from her. One small act of play, a louder print, an unexpected shoe, an extra piece of jewelry simply because it makes her smile. Because elegance without personality becomes a uniform. And clothes are still supposed to be fun. If that is the kind of dressing you want to keep learning, the seasonal notes, the pieces that quietly change each year, there is a small circle of us. It's called the Elegant Insider Club. Tap the join button just below this video and come sit in the front row with us. And if you take only one thing from Simona, let it be the line she lives by. Never too late, never too old. The elegance was never something you missed your chance at. It was only ever a set of rules, and now you have hers.